Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we're going to do something I hope you think is really fun. We are going to be taking the first palette that I ever bought, which is this one right here. Too Faced loves Sephora. It's their 15-year anniversary together palette. And until this palette came along, I had only ever purchased single eyeshadows. When I saw this in the Sephora, I was so excited because it had all these gorgeous shades in it. And in addition to having these eyeshadows, I was going to get to try the chocolate bronzer, which at the time everybody was using, and one of their blushes. And it was just really exciting for me that I was going to be able to try so many Too Faced products for what I figured was a real steal. Inside here was a brush. I don't know where it is. It's disappeared over the years. And a little tiny trial of the Shadow Insurance, and that's their eyeshadow primer. I have used this so much that the words on a lot of this is gone. So hopefully I'll be able to look this palette up in the web archives and tell you what the actual names of them are. I know that you probably will not be able to get your hands on this, but I thought it might be fun to see how this thing performs after sitting in my collection. Are you ready? Let's get going. I haven't used this for years. This protector came over it to keep them from spilling into each other. It did a really good job and I kept it. I remember one thing I didn't like about this was how it doesn't lay flat. It just always like this. So when you put it down, you hear that? Drove me crazy. And of course you're taking your brush and you're like going down into it. Drove me crazy. So the shade that I'm looking at right here is called Piano Keys. And you know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to take it on this 16 brush from Refer. I'm going to come from my crease up. And for those who are new, the reason I do that, despite the fact that the rest of the world does not, is because I don't want to be dragging while I'm blending on my old crepey eyelids. And there we go. So now that won't happen. Let's see, what are we gonna do now? It's all so exciting. I think we'll go purple. You probably can't tell it, but the shirt that I'm wearing is purple. Let's use this one. This one. We'll use that pink. Maybe we'll use this too. Under the eye or something. I don't know. When I originally saw this in the store, this shade right here and this one right up here, oh my gosh. Okay, so look at this. This has kind of got a green cast to it. There are huge dents in those shadows, but I tried and tried and tried. Anyway, I would use those two shades. Every day I would try to use them. And you know, I really wasn't doing that much different things that I'm doing now. I think it was all about confidence. It's kind of like a red lipstick. If you see yourself in a red lipstick and you're not used to seeing yourself in a red lipstick, then you think that a red lipstick is just too much, doesn't look good on you, right? When everyone else is saying it looks good, you don't think it looks good. There's no convincing you it looks good because it looks strange to you. And that was what was happening with me and color back then. I wasn't used to seeing it. And you guys actually gave me the confidence to do the different colors that I do to this day. And that's what you need. You need to get used to seeing how you look in it. But if somebody tells you that it looks good, believe them. Like for instance, if you want to wear a red lipstick and you put it on and you think, oh my gosh, that looks awful. Then if somebody tells you that looks really pretty, believe them. Wear it around your house and look at yourself in the mirror all day long as you pass from room to room or whatever. Get yourself used to seeing yourself in a red lipstick. Then you'll get confident of how the red lipstick looks and you'll be able to do it. And that was what was happening with me and these colors. You guys know I do a lot more bold colors than that. But when I initially started, it was with this sweet palette here, just coming into the crease but really blowing it out as I am, you know, working this color up. Now, I do think that this used to be more pigmented than this, but you know, it's been years since I picked it up. I primarily keep this because it's a sentimental thing. I had this first. This was my first one. I'm going to take this shader and I'm just going to brush into 1998. It's this really pretty violet color. And watch how we do with it. Let's put it over the lid and then we'll cover parts of it with other shades just so I can, unless I just absolutely love this. I'm going to, ooh. Now this color 1998 has a little bit of sparkle to it. Not a lot, but a little. And it's not enough to fall out underneath my eyes. I think it's looking prettier in the mirror than it is on camera. I can't wait till I finish getting my new setup ready because that will actually show up everything. I'm also noticing that in natural light, I look a little softer, a little more blurred than I do, I mean, even with the new camera, than when I turn on the ring light. When I turn on the studio lights, bam! Texture, pores, all of it is there and showing up. But lights are very important. The lights are really important. You have to have the lights to film. Otherwise, here, let me just insert a picture here that I took for a different video and never used. But this will show you in the setup I currently am using. If I cut the light that is on my face, this is what you'd be looking at. Who wants to watch that video? So we really do need the lights when we film. I actually thought the ring light was gonna like blur everything out. That's what everybody's been saying all this time, right? It's gonna blur everything out and make me look so beautiful and whatnot. Well, I mean, it makes you look well lit. You are well lit, but in that well lit also comes a clarity of the pores and the texture and stuff too. So you see, you'll see. Okay, that's really pretty. I could stop there, but you know I ain't gonna. Okay? Don't ever take a brush like this that's handcrafted in Japan, natural hair, beautiful brush. Don't ever take that into a color switch and do this number. Don't even do that number, okay? Use a microfiber towel. You have an investment here. Take a microfiber towel and do this. That'll get the color off so that you can use it again, but it's not going to destroy the bristles. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to get this really pretty pink color. I'm going to come in here on the inner part of my eye and tap in to the corner and pull in just a little bit over the top of 1998. I can't really see that very well. Can you? Let's try the finger. Let's try bringing it on there with my finger, pressing it in. And that's a little better, but I bet you that would really intensify a lot if I got it wet. And I'm not going to do that. But in the inner corner, it's showing up. So it just doesn't want to go over 1998 that well. That purpley shade right there. And let's just bring it right here. I'm just going to take it right there and twist. And then I'm going to flick it in, up, and out. And that just kind of give me what I want right there on the edge. Not getting all precise or anything, just... So what was your very first palette purchase? I mean, prior to this, I was buying singles. Lancome, MAC. I continued to buy some singles as time went by from Makeup Geek when that emerged and stuff. But, you know, pretty much the palette ended those for me. And if you really think about it, though, it's a smarter buy to get singles. Because you can get all the shades that you want, and there's never like a situation where there's a color in there that you're never going to use. But we're all drawn to this color story, pretty packaged set of shadows, even if they're shadows that we wouldn't wear. You know what? Maybe we should get this shade and just put it under here. Let's do it. Just because color is pretty to play with. And especially now, if you are stuck at home with nothing to do, you're bored and you can't go out, play. Play with color. Ooh, I like it. It's very light. I think I remember that this was more pigmented than it's showing up here. Maybe. Or I don't know, maybe it wasn't, and I've just used stuff that is more pigmented now, so I think that. I think that's really pretty. Can you see it? Okay, before we move into the other side of this and probably get way overdone because I've not used Too Faced bronzers and blush in a very long time, and I can't remember how pigmented they are. But let me do my mascara and eyeliner, and I'll be right back. I think I'm gonna go into this. This is their Chocolate Soleil. And let's see. Okay. Plus this is a nice fluffy brush. Oh. Chocolate. After all these years, chocolate. Oh my gosh. Why did I put this away? I never bought the individual of this because I had it in here. Chocolates in my mouth. And come into the blush. And this blush is called Who's Your Poppy. I'm going to bang off some of it because I get this feeling like it's pretty pigmented. You know? You know? Oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm so glad that we did this palette together. Kira Burnett. I'm so glad we had this time together. And I'm going to dip down into my Lancome. My Absolute Power. You know I love it. And just right here on the back of my cheeks because I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. And I'm done. Let's see. Do I need to actually go do my hair? Yeah, let me go fix this rat's mess. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is my finished look, and I think for a really old palette, let's see what it says the date is on the back of this, if it does. 2012. I think it did a pretty good job, don't you? I love this palette. I will always have it, even if it stops performing, because it has a sentimental value to me. Tell me about your first palette. What was it? Is it this? I don't know. I just kind of want to know if anyone else, this was their first palette. But if it wasn't, I still want to know, what was your first palette? And was it an all-over face palette like this one is? Or is it just an eyeshadow palette? Or was it just a face palette? What kind of palette was it? I want to know that about you. So what do you think? I think Too Faced lasts for a while. It doesn't have any funky smell to it. The chocolate still tastes like chocolate and still smells like chocolate. It should. It's made with cocoa. If you guys don't know it, you're the best part of the Fritzy family. And you should know it by now because I tell you every single time there's a new video. So unless you're brand new here, you already know that. And if you are new here, welcome. I hope you'll stick around. We really want to get to know you. And if you're not having a blessed day, then please go out or, just, you don't have to leave. You could still be a blessing to somebody right from inside your home. All right, so be a blessing to somebody else. And until next time, love you, see ya. Bye. And I'm out.
You know, this hair looks really stupid like that. What? Alfalfa? No, I don't know. What does this remind me of? What's it remind you of? I don't know. Drives me nuts. I forgot what I was saying. Feed the birds, feed the birds. Hi, birds. Here it is. It was right next to this. Maxwell's silver hammer came back. You know, I could actually hit myself. Put that away. Just keeps doing that. Rocky, 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 rock, rock. Rocka, 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 roo! Help, my earring is stuck in this thing. I tell you what, earring, you almost scarred. Oh my gosh, I think you did. Don't ever take me. Hello, hello, focus, focus. I poked myself in the eye. It's asleep. I got a foot up my butt. Somebody call Willy Wonka. I'm getting chocolate for free. I'm so glad we have this time together. Just have a laugh or sing a song. And then how's the rest go? And then she goes, okay. If you don't know by now that you are the best. Whoa!